Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. Somewhere floating in the universe is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. This is Season 1, Episode 2. Brand new watch for all of us. I am so hyped for this season, this show. I cannot wait to get to it.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of nerves coming into the first one. So much pressure after bringing these two back on screen after fans waited for so long. I got to be honest, I loved every second of it, so I'm super excited for this one.
First one was an absolute banger. Rick Grimes and Michonne are back. Feels so damn good. With that being said, let's go! This must be Michonne's walkers.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's using them to carry stuff.
Or not.
Oh, she's not using them to carry stuff. She's using
Gas
them.
man, let me help you.
I believe this is the walker that the gentleman who's playing the walker reached out to us saying this was him.
Nice.
That was him. He got to be that guy.
What
Nice.
a shot.
I'll try to look up the name here quick, folks, so I could properly give him some credit.
That was a pretty powerful intro. Although the practical side of me and Mason Quinn, I'm wondering if you're thinking this already. Given the high value of gasoline in a post-apocalyptic world, would you strap a bunch of it to a bunch of walkers? Or would you try to say?
It was interesting that it said gas man on his shirt. That was interesting.
My name is Michonne. I lost someone. I just found out that he's alive. Saw two people who needed me, your people, and I helped them. That's it. I see what you have. I've still got a long way to go. I need to ask for some help myself. And if you're not in a position to give it, I understand, and I will be on my way.
First, I just want to thank you.
I appreciate that. Could I have a horse?
Before we get into that, just wanted to get to know a little bit about you and tell you about our community.
Thank you. I am impressed with what you have, with what this is. I'm eager to go because I just found out that
You could be an asset to this place.
Give her a horse.
I could just go.
I didn't mean to offend you. You saved my sister's boyfriend and my sister. If you do find him, you could be part of this community. Both of you.
We have a community. We have kids. Kids who need to see their father. Kids who I need to see. So I have to find him. And I have to go. Now.
Go where?
It's a place called Bridges Terminal. It's north.
Stay with us until the migration is over.
Migration.
The tri-state area had millions of people before. Now they're the wailing. We don't know why, but this time of year, a lot of crowds, they move south.
Just stay with us for a little while. Get to know us.
They say you don't stop for anyone. Ever. Not even your own sister.
We're a community. We live by the same rules. We don't stop.
I'm out. You know the rear guard tried to stop me from going after them? Of course you do. Because I keep this place going. I'm packing my wagon, and the rest of my goddamn toys too. The system is bullshit, Elle. Jesus Christ, she was your sister.
Nat.
Holy shit.
Didn't even know.
But that still wasn't good.
She saved us. They asked for my help, so I helped them.
You ride VIP with us from now on, say the word.
Thanks, but even if I didn't have somewhere to be, I don't leave people behind.
Yeah, me either.
But you're here.
Or is there somewhere you gotta be?
Place called Bridger Shipyard.
That's a stupid ass plan. You know about the migration? 5 mile wide hordes of the whaling?
I'm going.
Let me get you a horse. You can have your pick. Nat, she can have her goddamn pick.
I like this guy.
So this is kind of cool that they're picking up pretty much right from where Michonne left with these two at the end of season 10.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
And they're just nomads constantly on the move.
We got her answer with that when she was looking in that like sea of people in that formation.
Love you. Where's the horse, Nat?
Stick with us for a night. Sleep in a bed. Do suicide commission tomorrow.
Got you one of the best.
It's my sister's horse and she doesn't know it yet.
And we can't wait to tell her.
It's a chance to equip you, tell you how some of said equipment works, and you'll survive 30 more seconds of your trip once you hit the Delaware border.
Oh, that makes sense how she got all kitted out.
One night. None of those emergency hides for her. No. Something custom. I walk her through the scream six, God help her. Then she sleeps so she can face oblivion with some pep. And we do an all-nighter.
Jeez, this guy's all ready to roll.
This guy is rocking.
Yep, measure what? It was almost like Michonne was having an interview with HR in the beginning of this episode.
Thank you for the armor, the horse.
Michonne, you're gonna find him.
Rick blew up on a bridge, and it's been years.
Tread lightly, Nat.
What he said.
All right. Not too keen on losing 33% of the people I can stand on this planet, however recent the acquaintance.
They leave people to die.
I didn't like it before either.
I think you're all too smart not to find another way.
I guess we're surprisingly stupid, Michonne.
Or afraid?
I'm glad I met you three. Good luck.
You too.
It's cool that we're able to bring those two back.
You said your kids were in Virginia, right? You're gonna be out of range soon if you aren't already. You can still talk to them, though.
I thought this was suicide.
It is. I was just being nice.
Oh, it makes all the sense in the world now from where at the end of season 11, where they did that show and Michonne saw that whole horde.
Yep.
And then in the trailers too. So
Choto.
pretty sure that was at the end of season 11. Yep.
Yep, there's her gear.
Yep,
Yep,
that's
here's
it.
the shot.
So this
Yep.
There
is
it
the
is.
shot. Yep.
There's the shot. Oh boy,
So-
not sure how I'm
shit.
feeling about that horse.
I was going to say, how long is this,
Quinn.
this horse going to last?
It's The Walking Dead, guys. You know. Not long.
Reminds me of Billy Rosewood in Beverly Hills Cop. Whoa! Go flying!
Hell went flying.
Oh, I suppose draw their attention.
There's our guy.
There's the gas
I
man.
apologize. I forgot your name.
Oh!
Oh,
Hit with the head.
well, so much for the horse, guys.
Oh, look at this shot. Look at this shot.
Oh, I like how they even got her hair protected underneath her so it couldn't get grabbed.
The hell?
Who's doing this?
What the
is
hell?
Purple? It's purple.
What?
Did our dude come back to help?
Some mortars or something to get them to split?
Clear a path.
We didn't want to be afraid and stupid anymore. Turns out others felt the same way.
You see these fires? They're gonna burn on either side of the valley for a while.
Natty said you'd need a beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some.
It'd be a natty ice.
Well, that's interesting. Doing the split. Interesting.
I didn't fall off. I was knocked off. The purple light, what was that?
If I ever left, I had this idea for clearing valleys. Huge, localized, long-lasting burns. I had the chemicals in my red wagon. I got a lot of toys in there. Fuel is out there. You know, buildings, vehicles, whatever. I had enough a long time ago, but I stuck. Maybe when I made the right weapon, had the right plan, and years went by.
This dude worked with fireworks before?
Well, a lot of people felt the same way, and suddenly I had more than just the chemicals in my red wagon.
He's definitely has some sort of interesting background skill set.
It's a big move for us.
Yeah, it was.
I know how to build things, and I know how to burn things.
That lighter, he's fascinated.
We'll take you as far as you need.
When I get Rick, you'll come back home with me. You'll be a part of it. It's just gonna take a little building.
That sister looks...
That I can do.
When she pulled away like that.
I'm gonna get you something to eat.
No, I'm fine. You're pregnant.
Oh!
That's what?
Yep.
I was craving honey.
It's delicious.
Bailey saw me looking in the trees, and he told me that he saw a billboard for a big box store. He was trying to surprise me. Apparently, honey just never expires, I guess.
Yep.
It's a good resource to have.
Yep.
If you can get it.
They found some in Egypt and it's still good.
That's why he was out there. When you found us.
What an amount of pressure that would be in this world.
The map says we're close to Bridger's terminal. We want to be there when you find Rick. No, after you find Rick.
It feels like these people are awfully committed to each other for the limited time they've had interactions. I get she did them a huge solid, but
Yeah.
Nah,
Solar panels.
Solar
you
panels.
only like us. What about all these people who came with you?
They've gone up a letter grade, that's for sure.
Who else in your life?
I mean, my mom. My dad wasn't in the picture. Supreme asshole, didn't want a little kid. And I had bullies, so I started burning things. And then my mom, she met this guy. Called himself Danger, if you can believe it. She worked at a truly horrible chicken place 14 hours a day and had one very troubled kid who hated Danger as soon as he looked at him. This guy, with this stupid name, looked at that and said, hell yes.
There's something in the front. I got it.
Right after he moved in, suddenly Danger had these problems he needed solved, like that he needed me to solve. Couldn't load his truck with his bum shoulder, so I built him a lift and runners out of stuff from the garage. I built him a temperature gauge. He could call on his phone and say if he left the stove on. A timer that shut off the sink so he wouldn't leave it running, but could he have loaded his truck? Or did the son of a bitch focus me up on how I could build things instead of burn them? Guess that's somebody else I liked.
Wow.
Sounds like you loved
What a
him.
powerful story.
I love you.
Oh boy. Oh,
Here it
yeah,
comes.
this is where we saw it in the trailer.
Yep, here comes the yellow gas.
oh no. Did he yell chlorine gas? Is that what he
I
said?
think that's what he said, yeah.
Oh god, that would just burn your lungs and your eyes and oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh no. How many got taken out?
Well, and how long you're exposed to it before they all
Oh,
turn.
you just your eyes would just be burning,
you wouldn't be able to
burning.
see.
Can't see anything.
Damn, his face got lit up.
Oh, terrible, terrible chemical burns.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You know, I didn't want to say anything, but when they said she was pregnant, I was like, man, oh, she's foaming. Oh, we're losing her.
Yep, she's
Oh,
finished.
my God.
Don't risk it. Don't risk it.
No, just having immediate regrets from leaving.
Are we going to lose everybody here?
Oh, man, she's gone.
Find something to die. They'll fall asleep next door.
Ooh, the Dawn of the Dead vibes.
Jesus.
Talk about giving Michonne extra motivation now.
That explains why Michonne was taking out helicopters.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no. Damn.
No.
Dude, I wonder if the sister's going to be very upset. I mean, they left her to die anyway.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she's going to be upset. Oh, no.
Yep,
he got it too?
He got it too.
Oh. Wow. Oh, at least we didn't lose him.
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't do it.
Well, she has. It looks like she came back with the oxygen tank. So
She was right. When you can, you need to go home. He's gone. No.
They teased me with I'm glad to see him on
got
oxygen,
him.
but
Yeah.
the Zippo.
Yep.
So I was thinking he was just gonna. Thank God I was wrong.
There was chlorine gas. Read about it as a kid. The gas burnt out our lungs. Our throats. Gonna take a while to get better. If we do get better.
oh wow, so they were holed up in here for a minute, huh?
You gotta know when to go. You gotta know when to give up.
Your stepdad, he didn't give up, right? You gotta think it was because of love.
Yep. Just like back in season 3, working out in front of Merle. Merle trying to give some apologies. There we go.
I marked the map. You can go to Alexandria.
I go to your home and you go to Bridger's terminal? Should be the other way around.
This is how it's gotta be.
No.
Aiden and Bailey were supposed to go. They didn't. Now you.
This is all I got. You. That's it. That's it.
We'll leave in the morning.
My wagon. It's close. And I'll fix that cart. Load it with my gear.
What, you expected me to pull it?
Yeah. I am.
Maybe we can find some helpers.
Is it about wanting to see how it ends?
Nope. I know how it ends.
I have a feeling we're going to get some sort of grand exit from him, and they just put so much emphasis on his obsession with that flame and that lighter, going back to that's who he was, and then he stepped out of that for the better, and now he's reverting back to his younger self, where it's like, I'm the mean guy with the lighter.
Oh, here's a ship.
Ah, it's another
Yeah,
shot from the trailer.
It almost reminds me of
Detroit.
no.
Jericho.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Remember when she was on that boat?
Yeah. Yep. That was a great episode, by the way.
Look at that. Oh, yep. She's gonna check to make sure none of it's Rick.
The boat where you found his boots. This is where it was last. People are all burnt up. And most of them, they don't have any shoes. I still feel him. Your phone, you know what it says? The Japanese? Believe a little bit longer.
You've been telling me to go home.
You should.
It's been right in front of me, hasn't it?
Nope.
Nope.
Not even close.
All this time. It's been so long. If he were alive, he would have found his way.
One for lack of
You
trying.
can believe he's out there. That he's not gone. You can believe a little longer and still go home to your kids. I can do it with you. I will. It's not giving up.
That's not. He's not wrong. Oh shit! So she was going back, and then
Yeah, and then saw the helicopter.
A little farther.
here comes the helicopter.
It's them.
Holy shit!
This is gonna be it right
That's
here.
Rick.
Yep. That's how it all goes down.
Grab the card from that thing. We gotta go. I'm not running from them, Nat. Neither am I. Let's go.
Look at all those rounds.
Look at his
he's got.
backpack. Look at his backpack. Well, that's what was flying through the.
Oh, it was him. It wasn't Michonne.
Yeah.
Oh, it was never Michonne.
Damn it. It was a
Nope.
dud.
Oh, that's the second one that got Okafor.
The first one that he thought was a dud got Okafor.
Well, the second one hit the tail. Remember, one came through the
Yeah,
front and got Okafor.
The first one got the tail. The second one got the
Oh,
body.
here they go.
Well, either way, we'll see.
Love the catch up.
Holy Jesus.
You're pregnant.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
there it is.
All right, here you go, folks. See, the helmet came off. She's checking.
No, remember, she does two of them, and then
Oh,
Rick.
right. A lot
Yeah.
of folks were saying it was stupid that, she did that to Rick. See, she removed the helmet, folks.
Yeah.
I know that was a lot of concern for some.
Oh, she said, "Look at me."
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
But it wasn't searching for Rick, though. That I'll give, because she just wants to look at me.
Yep.
Still chills.
Oh, my God.
Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
I'm not with them.
I know.
I lost my hand trying to get to you. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
After years of waiting.
There it is. The moment we've all been waiting for. Right there.
God, what a journey. I'm glad they gave us the two separate journeys, because Michonne stopped.
Yeah.
She was going back, and then... Good writing
Happened
there.
to work out.
They're coming.
Well, we had our moment.
More. It's too late. They're coming. They have another name. That you came out of the forest and you saw the soldiers being attacked. You were part of a community that fell years ago. Someplace small.
Oh, she's not liking Rick's mentality.
Strong. A leader. You hide it. Go back with them. We have to. I promise. Michonne, I promise.
So now Michonne's got to act all weak.
Yep.
Christ. Is that him? Well, how the hell?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, are you you kidding me? Oh, Rick just went and took the other guy out.
Can you tell? I can't. You can still believe. And know when.
Whoa.
Almost. Oh, man.
We helped you get here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you have anything with you that could tell them about you or Alexandria? Maps, notes, anything?
A whole book.
A journal, a radio, a phone, your boots.
I need them.
Is he gonna burn it all?
He's either going to burn it or bury it.
Yeah.
You need to say he had the sword. You took one of the soldiers' guns off the ground and you stopped him. I need to have my gun on you, and you need to put your hands up. They have to see that. And call them something else. Don't call them walkers. I call them that. I love you!
Oh.
This is a complete twist.
Oh, the intensity of this shot right here.
Oh.
Holy shit.
You got that one and the two others coming in.
And there is the smile from the trailer.
My name is Dana.
Here's the
I've
interview.
been out there a long time. I was in Georgia for a long time. Some leaders that I thought were good. My sister Elle. And then things changed. They changed. You always really know when to go.
And what was your weapon of choice out there?
Bow staff. I've been making do with that knife.
Does it bother you that you're being observed?
I just haven't seen myself in a while.
This is a place of law. We are on a base in the outskirts of a city that is a remnant of the life we knew. Its security is our top priority, which means you can never leave. How do you feel about that?
I feel that what's here, it's what I've been looking for. It's what I've been trying to believe in. Just a little while longer.
Oh,
Oh,
it
she's
worked.
got the jacket.
All right now she's safe.
Yeah, now she has to act like she doesn't even know Rick.
Also got to act like she's not just a complete badass.
She's got to do her best Carol impression here. Well, when Carol's being stealth.
Oh, there's Rick. Let's not smile, Michonne.
Easy
Gonna get
now.
busted.
You're gonna get caught like in the first week.
Oh.
Yep. Now she's gonna realize it.
It happened a long time ago. One of the last times I tried to get home.
One of the last times?
They had me trapped. They don't have me anymore. We will get away. They're okay? She's okay?
Yes, she.
What is it?
When we get away,
No, she's okay.
she's us.
Rick, I gotta tell you, but we had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
RJ.
If I pass you a note, somehow you read it and destroy it.
They're killing people out there. Have you had to?
No. The ones in red, they go out sometimes. They come back covered in blood. Most of us don't know what they do. I was stuck here.
Could we stop them?
No,
Could we try?
they never get back. Sorry about your friend.
He should have lived. They all should have lived. We're here together now.
Well, keep dragging this out. Oh, this makes me nervous.
Just waiting for some guy who's supposed to be loading a truck show up in the background.
To see exactly same thing. Oh, by the way,
A city that is the remnant of the life we knew.
I'm actually pretty nervous how some of this is going to turn out.
Well, I'm wondering, did they not have a description of Michonne? I mean, she's a very unique character. I mean,
Well, Okafor took all the letters.
oh, that's true, yeah.
she
what
does
was
not
that?
seem like she is not about to play friendly here. She doesn't know what Rick's all gone through. That's the problem.
Yeah.
What do we? Well, who?
And
She
who's
wants
that?
to scope.
What is?
She wants to scope out what they all have.
Yeah,
how
wants
big
to
this
see-
operation is.
See the community, and in turn show us. That's a lot of military equipment.
That is, yeah.
Exactly. You're not stopping them, Michonne. It's way
No.
too much.
Can we stop them? Well, it looks pretty difficult there, doesn't it? Oh,
But
she's playing
flicking
with the
that
lighter.
She's thinking about something that goes boom. Danger.
Danger. Oh, it was his stepdad's lighter. Yeah.
Is that it? That's going to be it, isn't it?
Someone's sitting. It
waiting
must be
on
Beale
Rick.
waiting on Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Oh!
breaking in.
Jada!
Technically, this is an investigation. Let's keep this off the books. Let's continue to keep certain things between you and me, as we have. In a world where most people are dead, the living can continue to bump into each other. I can see that. She found you.
That wasn't Beale watching.
Nope.
She was with him, the little one. It was her sword. But I'm keeping that off the books. This doesn't fall under our long-standing deal. You have to know that if you try to escape with her, I will make sure that all those people that you love die, including a few that I like very much. I've had to do things like that. My hands are already covered in blood. I have to ask you this question, and I'm sorry for the language, but you've heard a lot of language from me. Yes, yes, yes. Rick, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
That's it?
That's gonna be it. No, or next time.
Yeah, it is.
That's it.
Wow.
Okay.
What a
What
a banger of an episode. Unreal.
That was truly awesome, folks. We saw how it went down from Rick's side. Now we finally got to see Michonne's complete story. She was ready to give up, ready to quit. We saw everything with the helicopter, and now, I mean, I know so much happened, but I gotta jump and I gotta talk about Jadis because she knows everything now, knows the whole story, will not let Rick and Michonne leave. I don't see how they get away now unless Jadis has an accident, as it were. But does she have things in place where if that does happen, word gets out about Rick and Michonne? Because I mean, that's going to be hard to keep under wraps. All three of us were sweating when they were in that garage, and they were having their moment. We're just waiting for somebody to show up and catch them, and they're running a risky game here. We only have 4 episodes to go. There has to be a second season, folks. I'm going to get all this out of the way right off the bat. There has to be a second season. There's so much story to tell. I don't know how they do it in just 4 episodes, because really these first 2 episodes were more or less our introduction to Rick and Michonne, where they were, what they were doing. And now you only have 4 episodes to tell a story. So I'm very skeptical that you can pull off something that deserves the level of storytelling and fan service that we expect from this in 4 episodes. So that'll be interesting. Now, about the episode. As soon as we heard that the young woman in the show here rather was pregnant, I pretty much had a feeling that she was done for, but I didn't expect to lose everybody. And that was just a crazy scene with the chlorine gas. We saw that in the trailer. I think we all kind of speculated what it was, but as soon as I saw that shot of the RV with the solar panels and they were in the street, I'm like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. It's happening right now. We're getting into it. And just an amazing journey for those two. The way that we lost Nat, it reminded me of what's her name, who got the arrow through the eye just out of nowhere.
Yeah, Denise.
How Denise got taken out, just a surprise out of nowhere, and you just did not see it coming. So that was really shocking. I did not expect to see that, but great character development from Nat. I liked his background as, I was wondering, like, did this guy work in like pyro and fireworks? Because I knew of somebody who worked in the fireworks business, and it made me think of that. But anyhow, he was an inventor, a tinkerer, came up with things, and came up apparently with an RPG of sorts that'll take out a helicopter. So again, his story was great. I was wondering how it was going to play in. The back and forth that Rick and Michonne had as soon as they got found, it was so cool. It's like, oh my gosh, it's you. I can't believe I found you. They had this moment, but then immediately Rick had to think of business. How can I play this out? You got to have a different name. The sword wasn't yours. You got to act weak and scared. And that was just all brilliant. That all had to happen so quickly. They had 0 time in that situation. So an awesome episode. Michonne saw the scale of what she's dealing with, and maybe it sunk in for a minute that she can't stop him, but they showed that lighter and it said danger. They did that for a reason. I'm thinking Michonne is fuel cells, a lot of ammunition and artillery. I am the danger. So we'll see if she gets her Walter White on and tries to take this place out. But I don't know. I mean, because you'd want to take it over and take all the supplies and everything they had, but I don't see how you take it over. I think the only way to stop them is to destroy it. That was a lot of talking, folks. I apologize, but there was a lot to get in on this one. Wow.
Yeah, it's I really like Nat, and his skill set could have been really, really useful. So hated to see him go, but this was a really cool episode. We got enough backstory, kind of about how Michonne got there. Of course, we didn't get 6 years worth, but you're never going to put that in a singular episode or even a 6-episode season. There's just so much story there. I did feel like this one, and I know for the sake of a 1-hour show, you have to trim storylines somehow, but like we've seen over the course of all the different of course all the years of Walking Dead and the spin-offs that building a tight bond with a lot of trust is difficult, especially in this world. And it felt like if anything, they rushed that a little bit for me. Granted, she did save their lives initially, but then it was just like she's BFFs with them, she trusts them, her and Nat are best friends, and again, I know they have to advance the story for the sake of keeping this season shorter, but that did feel a little bit uncharacteristic for me, for Michonne, like how much she was just like I'll trust you and this and that. But overall, I thought this was a really solid episode. I love Nat's character. And Quinn, Mason Quinn had talked about, maybe he was a fireworks guy. I don't know if that's going to make the cut, likes blowing stuff up. And I thought that was a really, really cool backstory they gave him. Like as far as like all that, and this is where like incredible writing comes through. What kind of backstory should we give this guy? And you know what? He had a stepdad who came in and essentially faked needing help, and look, any parent with a toddler or a young kid, like, hey buddy, can you help me with this?
Hand me the wrench.
And a lot of times you do it to instill a sense of responsibility or a sense of self-confidence. And from a writing standpoint, and for as much as Diamond Dave, you're gonna be laughing on this one, as much as we've talked about writing, Nat's backstory to me was one of the coolest pieces of writing that I think I've seen, not just on The Walking Dead, but anything. They could have given him any backstory. Oh, I was a troubled kid and I tinkered with stuff. They give that a lot in stories. Well, how did you become this engineer who's never went to school? Well, I liked taking stuff apart and putting it back together. Kudos to the writers. That was a brilliant, and an emotional backstory for Nat. So I love that. The way they advanced it. Look, once I get past, and I don't want people to think like I'm like stuck on how fast Michonne was trusting, because once they got past that, I thought the story developed great. They broke off. They didn't like where they was going. Unfortunately, it was kind of like one of those hard lessons learned. Like they left. They were said multiple times. They took the risk to do what they felt was right. And had they stayed with that other caravan and just stayed with them, they may very well have been okay. I wasn't expecting to lose everybody that we did. It was an interesting scene that it looked like, Nat and Michonne were in a mall essentially, and they had food to survive. They didn't have to get out and go scavenge or hunt or anything like that, which by the looks of the damage from the chlorine gas, they wouldn't have been able to do in the first place. But I like that. So Mason, there was some confusion. So the arrows that he sent off were meant to explode. So when he said that first one was a dud, it was a dud because it didn't explode. That's the one that went through the front window and got Okafor.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said it was a dud, it didn't mean that it missed the helicopter. It just didn't explode. So that's,
because it exploded in Okafor. Yeah, so it was delayed or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it exploded at all in Okafor. I think it just went right through him. I don't know.
No. Remember Okafor? Yeah, Okafor was in pieces. That's why Rick was sprayed.
Oh yeah. Delayed. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. But so because at first I was like, wait a minute, that first one missed, and so I was confused. It took me just a second to because when he says dud, okay, it didn't necessarily mean he missed. It just didn't go off
the way he intended.
Yeah, the way he missed the way he intended, but
yeah, God, if there's even characters you don't with skill sets you don't want to see go right away, it was Nat, just because okay. Now, this story opens itself up to what sort of cool contraptions can he have, but I know it's Like, look, it's
they
The
shut
Walking
it
Dead.
down on that.
Yeah.
It's The Walking Dead. It's not MacGyver, so the younger audience might not get that reference. But you know, a really solid job of creating this like instant like, oh my God, we're so happy we're met, and then it instantly had to go to awkwardness, right? Rick didn't have any time. You need to not be who you are, because if they think you're an A, you know, that's it. And
you
then,
could even tell in the way Rick said sorry about Nat being taken out. That wasn't a normal "I'm sorry" from Rick. That was like, sorry, okay, now we have to move on.
Yeah, there was urgency.
Yeah, and the whole thing is interesting because, you know, you could tell how uncomfortable Michonne was. She's wondering, who has Rick become? Look, people can change. You'd like to think people are going to be the way you remember them being, but 6 years is a long time, and people can change. Their viewpoints of the world can change. Being apart from their their core group can change. You know, when they got back, it was a little like risky with Rick doing that. You know, I was like, Mason Quinn said, I'm not sure it's gonna make the cut. You're waiting for somebody to see, or you're waiting to them to do a close-up shot of a security camera in a corner that was hidden, you know, something like that. They didn't give us that, but we saw what played out after. And I agree with you, Mason Quinn. I think the only way that this works is if initially what I thought is if she has to go. Now, and you'll have to forgive me, I forget her name already, but the other Jadis, or no, the other top soldier that's there with Rick.
Beale?
No.
Yep.
She was, you know, so you figure if Jadis is out, okay, you know, the one that was
Thorne
in Rick's room, yeah. So you're like, okay, well now he's got to get rid of Jadis. Well, it didn't take very long for somebody else to recognize that Michonne is not just some helpless. You know, they showed a couple scenes of her, you know, getting the walkers through those holes in the wall, and it's like, okay, she's clearly very skilled. And I gotta be honest, it doesn't feel like Michonne is gonna go with Rick's plan to just escape and leave them be as is. They had that epic shot with the lighter saying danger at the end, and I'm really curious to how this is gonna play out. I feel like Michonne is 100% not going to toe the line that Rick wants her to toe, and I think maybe she's gonna try to do some damage. So, but great writing. It feels so crazy to say we've only got 4 to go, but there's got to be a season 2. They're just teasing us. There's got to be a season 2.
Yeah, phenomenal episode with Michonne here. I'm glad they were giving us 2 perspectives of showing Rick in the catch up there, showing Michonne in the catch up here. To your point, Dave, with the pacing, look, we only have, and I know some people in the comments were, you know, expressing their criticisms on how some of the episode went with Rick. It's unfortunate that we have 6 episodes. So with 6 episodes, we're talking compact now. Like, they don't have much time. They have to choose whether to give too much time to the real big catch up and then kind of show some of the now, or give us a quick speed up and then, you know, let it marinate on the now. So I like what they're doing here so far. Of course, we could all nitpick the pacing and how much they've shown. I feel like anyone and everyone could nitpick that, but I'm not going to waste too much time on that. I thought what they did for here, you know, it's good enough to get us up. Even though I do feel like they probably should have put a little bit more time into the then, and that, because right here in the now, that could have been, if that's what they gave us, they probably could have gave us a quick condensed version of that. They should have probably gave us a little bit more of the then. Kind of like if, you know, I was kind of on the after editing the last one, I was like, you know, kind of, I wish they kind of would have shown day 1 from the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then started there with their pacing of, you know, boom, 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 boom.
Show the progression.
But they showed us right immediately with Rick in the hand, right? So again, just nitpicks, just teach his own kind of thing. What would you do if you had the pencil and you kind of wrote it out? So
I think they wanted that hot opener.
Yeah, they had to have the hot opener, but I still feel like it would have been a hot opener no matter what they did, because we haven't had Andy Lincoln and I for quite some time. So in this case, for the first episode, Andy Lincoln, we didn't have him for 5 some years, right? So any open would have been a fire open. But again, on this episode, I do agree, Dave, the trust, but again, they had to come back to the speed up, right? So I don't feel like, but it could have kind of gone another way to look at it, though. When Michonne was there in the community, she kind of saw like, all right, this can't be terrible. Yep. The HR meeting she had, it wasn't like a Negan or a CRM right here. Yeah. And I think they did that intentionally with the beginning to show, like, look at how she got interrogated there versus the interrogation from the CRM.
With the CRM,
so that way
cameras,
you could see
the whole works.
Yep, you could see the protagonist, you could see the antagonist, babyface, heel, however you want to label it. As soon as the sister said that she was pregnant, in my head, I'm like, oh, they're going to go with Fear the Walking Dead route? I mean, they took out babies over at Fear the Walking Dead. Yep. Here, they took out a pregnant woman. So kudos, because that is like some, high emotional stuff that's going to hit most of the time, if the story's delivered right, of course. But I didn't expect, like you guys, to lose everybody. It sucks losing Nat. I feel like he's one of the doctors. If you're a doctor on this show, you're gone.
Yeah, you might as well be a horse.
Yeah, you might as well be a horse.
Might as well be a horse.
Yeah, you might as well be a horse. Nat's character was great. I love the development, the short arc that they gave us for him. Kudos to you guys for that. The split of the walkers. That was the first time.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I wonder if we're going to see that again. Part of me, with a horde like that, doesn't really want to believe that they're all of them.
I was like, that's so easy?
It was a little too easy. But, hey, for the story purposes, I get it, because you're trying to show, like, hey, if we do this, this is what could happen.
It was a cool visual.
That's definitely a nitpick, but I'm letting that one go. When Michonne, again, it is still high impact of seeing Michonne catch up to Rick. And I think it for me, it was seeing, from her side, she was going. She was done looking for Rick. She wanted to go back to the kids. Nat kind of finally got through to her. Let's go back. And it's crazy. And I know some will be like, well, it's a coincidence, Dave. Well, of course, it's the writing, right? Where she's done, she's going back. And then all of a sudden, here comes Rick in the chopper. Nat's. I thought it was Michonne because in the trailer, it was Michonne playing with it. And then Nat's just Iron Man.
Well, and even earlier in the episode, we saw Michonne use that device against the Horde, so you would think.
Exactly. So seeing that it wasn't Michonne, I think is genius, because in my head, I'm thinking, oh, whoa, what a dynamic we have here. Rick was actually seemed like he was taking Okafor just a little bit. And then that whole play, but it was Nat. I thought for sure all the soldiers were gone, but it kind of like you didn't see it coming at all. Maybe I should have, but I'm glad, I'm glad the shock value was there and it wasn't predictable, at least for me. So this whole ending of Michonne on the top, surveying what she has to deal with. I think she's going to pull Walter White. I am the danger here. It's going to be Jadis. She is the linchpin for all of this. I can't imagine a redemption arc coming. I just can't. I think Jadis in this season, Rick is going to have to be Rick Grimes from season 5, and they're just mows down everyone in his way, because I just don't see how Jadis is going to be a redemption arc in anything. Maybe at the very last moment, she'll be like, all right, Rick, here you go.
Yeah, and maybe she
then,
hits
boom, she's
some
gone
kind of button or something.
But I got to say, like, even kind of knowing some of the comic, it's good to feel like I don't know what's actually going to happen here. So I appreciate that in the writing. Another banger of an episode. Thank you all for putting in the hard work, because you can feel the hard work and the love that was put into both episodes so far. So I'm hoping the remaining 4 feel the same love and heart that you guys put into these first 2. Bravo.
Yeah, and they really had time to put in a lot of the details. I don't know if it made the cut, but even the detail on Michonne's armor of how it had it so that her hair was tucked up underneath the leather and that sort of thing, so that it couldn't be grabbed by a walker or something like that. So a lot of details they put in here, which I think we saw with not only Dead City, but with Daryl Dixon, where when they're able to just pare down the episode and only focus on a handful of characters, it really makes a big difference in terms of not only costumes and set design like we saw in Daryl, which was incredible, also the character development, and they're able to focus that much more. Like, look, if Nat was on regular Walking Dead, he'd be on there for a couple of seconds and then be a background character. We'd maybe see him tinkering with something in the back, but because we have this pared down so much, it allows those characters to shine through. So thought it was great.
Yeah. Bravo for episode
Can't
2.
wait for the next one.
All right, folks. So for the Appleton Oaks somewhere out there in cyberspace, this is Diamond Dave Damone. I'm Mason Quinn. We will see you right back here for the next one.